Hey guys, Richard at Riding Zoom here. I'm doing my latest Star Wars film review. This is one I watched a couple of weeks ago, but didn't get around to making the video until now. This is for Star Wars A New Hope, Episode 4, or just Star Wars. So yeah, first of all, got my this is the box set. It's the same one I've had since 2004. I don't think I didn't mention this before because the one was just the prequels where they were fine, but yeah, George Lucas obviously changes his films over and over again, but he went too far with this. New Hope's absolutely fine. Empire, no issue with really. I can't remember what Blu-ray changes were made. Oh yeah, more wrecking of the Greedo sequence in A New Hope. But yeah, they wrecked Return of the Jedi's ending, the Darth Vader redemption sequence. Again, I should probably say spoilers, but I'm sure everyone who's watching this has seen these films. I'll go into that when I get to that film. But yeah, because of that alone, I sold the Blu-ray. Shame because there's nice extras from the prequels. Just bought the prequels on their own, 1 to 3, and stuck my 2004 DVD. Yeah, had this in 2004. It's pretty battered up, but it still plays perfectly. And yeah, it's good memories of buying this the day uni started when I was buying Star Wars. And the other one in this video, Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga. So this just came out this week on Tuesday. Picked it up before work, and yeah, absolutely loving it. It's a steelbook case. You can sort of see the sticker on there with next to Blue Milk Luke, which I still got to actually build. I'll get around to that at some point today, perhaps. But yeah, this should go in there because this is great fun. I played the originals first and the prequels after. Basically the opposite to Complete Saga on the 360 in 2008. But yeah, on to review. So again, like I said, for spoilers for all the films, I won't bother with the EU. There's no point really. This is really just the Star Wars movies. Yeah, original trilogy and prequels. I'm not going to bother mentioning Disney really. Other than that, they suck. Well, except for Rogue One. So yeah, on to New Hope. Watched the Swiss today yet? Good at 1997 when they came to cinema for the first time. That'd be when they called it New Hope, I imagine. Or episode 4. Yeah, absolutely loved that film. It's not my favourite of all the Star Wars ones. I've actually always preferred Return of the Jedi. That's mainly the ending, how well done it is. Like, it kind of does wrap up everything from this trilogy perfectly. But what I was saying to my wife last night is A New Hope, something she noticed actually, absolutely works as its own movie. I mean, obviously an entirely new film, whether you're calling it like episode 4 or episode 1 or whatever, there's never a guarantee of a sequel unless they make them together, I guess. And obviously that was the case with Star Wars. Yeah, New Hope absolutely works its own movie. The way it ends, it's a good ending, ends the story well, but there's obviously a lot more to come. But if Star Wars never got a sequel, that would have been great as a one-off at that moment. But yeah, every other film is not self-contained in any way. We're not even part ones of the other trilogies. But yeah, this one definitely is. And that, I think, really goes in A New Hope's favour. But yeah, there's so much good in this. Again, like the Lord of the Rings ones, everyone's seen these films. Not really any point going through each chapter. Otherwise the video will take forever. But it's just the things I like. Great casting. I've only ever seen Peter Cushing in the Doctor Who films. And yeah, he's pretty good. And then he certainly plays as the evil bastard Tarkin perfectly. Likewise, Alec Guinness, the other established actor at the time, great job as Obi-Wan. And yeah, Obi-Wan dies, but I think it works better. I mean, I know George Lucas didn't plan to have him die. He was just going to be there in the watching the Death Star battle, since he wouldn't have flown an X-Wing. But yeah, is that really what you're going to do? This great Jedi, just have him standing around at the end, still waiting for like the younger Jedi to save the day? No, it makes better sense. And with like the ability to come back to life after death in some form, it works well. So yeah, great character as well. Darth Vader, absolutely superb. James Earl Jones, great with the voice, and also Darth Vader's got his great presence because there's bodybuilder actor under the suit. Great actors, Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, Harrison Ford, all do a great job. Same for like the side characters, like the droid actors. It's just such a good story. It's effectively a fairy tale in space. The Empire, the evil organization who who are a dictatorship that actually can now blow planets up, have got to be stopped. Yeah, it's quite black and white. Empire bad, rebellion good. But it works well for this film. One spoiler for Disney era, Disney Plus Star Wars, which I'll say now. This is what I hope the Cassian Andor show will do. Focus on like the bad, the shadier things that the rebellion did, like assassinations and blowing up like weapons factories and stuff. The things that every in every war side will do, even if one is like perceived as the good guys, but stuff like that happens all the time. And I'm hoping in Andor we'll get a lot of that based on Rogue One, with him, like, spoiler for Rogue One here, killing an informant who, in case the Empire trace him to him. then yeah, bring it on, because that's something different. And much like Marvel with the potential of Moon Knight, you're bringing Daredevil into the MCU, you need that more adult side as well. And that's what I'm hoping we get in Andor. But yeah, back to this film. So yeah, the Empire, clearly the bad guys have got to be stopped. They've got a giant planet-killing spaceship, space station. And it's just overall such a good story. Luke is like, it's the perfect hero's journey, unlike certain other stories I can think of. He like gets this call to adventure. He leaves his home after his only family are murdered by the bad guys. Loses his father figure, uncle figure, Obi-Wan or Ben Kenobi, and in the end he saves the day. But again, he couldn't have done it without help, because if Han hadn't come back to help him, Han, the rogue who's perfectly happy to kill the villains if they get in his way, like him killing Greedo works perfectly. Yes, Han shot first, makes no sense for him to shoot in self-defense or not. What's the difference between a stormtrooper who's going to shoot you and a bounty hunter who's going to shoot you? That's what I don't understand. Is it because Greedo had a face, he didn't have a helmet on, you can see who he is? No, it's so dumb that Han didn't shoot first or shot at the same time or whatever. No, him just killing the bounty hunter who's about to kill him, it makes perfect sense. It shows that Han is like, Luke's the good guy, Han's like the bad good guy. And yeah, watching Han redeem himself somewhat by coming back for Luke, and Luke would have never blown the Death Star without Han saving him. So it just works so well. And then you got Leia, this whole thing these days with, girls need female role models, boys need male role models. It doesn't matter when the characters are so good. I mean, yeah, Leia's extremely hot, and lots of boys like Leia for more than her skills as a fighter. But that's just it. Leia's a great fighter as well, and plenty of people would have had her action figure, boy or girl. And that's what I wish Hollywood would and their writers would realise. You don't need your role models to be the same gender as you. Leia's kind of the princess who needed rescuing, but then takes command of the situation herself. Her and Han arguing is just absolutely superb. He doesn't like being bossed around by this woman who he was meant to save, and it works so well. And there's such a great chemistry there between them. And they tend hint it at Luke, but future films put stop to that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Great movie. Not really much to say about it, but it's not my favourite in the series. But although objectively speaking, it probably is the second best. Return of the Jedi, as much as I love it, I admit objectively it's probably the weakest film, but it's my favourite. So yeah, favourite and best, it's different for each person, isn't it? But yeah, that's it. So see you again for the next one, which I'm actually going to do right after this video because I've just watched Empire last night. So yeah, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and I'll have another one up soon. Thank you.